Well, welcome. We are talking with Florian Schulz. We just heard a great presentation by him here for the Conservation Alliance at the Outdoor Winter Retailers Show. And tell us a little bit about your experiences. The book is To the Arctic.
Yes.
And you spent 3 years putting that together.
Well, I've worked. Images from the book are in the course of multiple years, but I spent over 18 complete months in the Arctic, both out on the sea ice, on the tundra, amongst the caribou. Really diverse.
It's beautiful. Yeah, the imagery is awesome, and the book is beautiful. Tell us what moment stands out the most to you from those 18 months in the Arctic?
Probably spending the time with the polar bear mother and the cubs out on the drifting pack ice. I mean, it was just such an incredible look at their lives and how well adapted they are to the Arctic Ocean, and how they are more of almost like a water animal than actually a land animal, so that they can swim for so many miles and so on. It was just completely fascinating.
And that was the pursuit where the male was coming after them and they had to move quickly. And
for example, I mean, to have insights like that, to have a polar bear mother that has the trust that she'll just like relax and completely nurse her cubs for hours right in front of you, things like that. I mean, that's just
yeah,
unimaginable.
That's really touching. And when you were telling the story about the caribou, I have to admit, a little tear welled up in my eye as well. And then I was relieved to hear that you and your wife were both kind of bawling at that moment about the poor cub the calf
yeah,
who was losing its mother and was not going to make it.
No, I mean, seriously, like, you see these little calves running around, and they're so innocent and so kind of like naive. They'll walk up to you and want to drink from you, and they just like want to go on with their lives, and
We didn't quite. I did the Congo River. From the Brooks Range out to the Arctic Ocean, and we caught part of the migration. We didn't get quite that close to the caribou, but we got a chance to experience the Arctic in the wild and that amazing landscape. So your message really is helping us understand that it's not a barren landscape. It is active, it is vibrant with life in a different way from what we're used to down here.
Absolutely. I mean, I think this is the picture, many people often associate with the Arctic, that it's just the barren wasteland, but one has to really put in a time and give the land an opportunity to open up, in a sense that you visit it again and again until you finally are enchanted with for example, the major migration or the arrival of all the migratory birds. But of course, it's not that you go there and you immediately see everything from polar bears to caribou and grizzlies and wolves. No, it's not like that, but it's far from a barren wasteland. It's actually, the animals need that wide open space in order to continue on, because it is a harsh environment. So yeah, it all comes together there in the Arctic. And what I find so interesting is that so many, millions of birds need the Arctic for the nesting grounds, and it's so productive for them then. And then, they migrate by the lower latitudes, and we see them, here.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to ask, for many months and days in tents and in camping, barren environments, what one thing, if you could, with the magic wave of a wand, change about the expedition experience that you worked with in the Arctic?
What I wanted to change, like,
yeah,
to have
if you could bring a gourmet chef with you, or if you
okay.
could, like, what would you change about that situation?
Isn't that interesting that I was pretty happy out there. I mean, what I learned in the process, I learned, like, for example, I brought the wrong kind of sleeping mat with me once. Holy cow, if you sleep on the ice and you don't have a really good insulation mat, so I reacted to that very, very fast, and I got like one of the down insulated ones.
Those are nice.
But in general, I mean, for me, it just, I don't know, nothing to improve. I was just excited when you see wildlife, if you're out there. I have nothing.
Well, I think that perfectly encapsulates the person, that you're the right person for the job to be out there doing that. So thanks so much for your great talk. It was beautiful. Be sure to check out the book, To the Arctic, published by the Mountaineers out of Seattle. And I take it you can probably pick it up from them, or is there a website people can follow?
Yeah, Welcome to the Arctic is a website where you find out more about the entire project, the IMAX film, and you'll see about the book there too.
Yeah, so check out the companion film, is the IMAX 3D, To the Arctic 3D.
Yeah, it's going to come out at Warner Brothers sometime this spring.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Thanks again. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you.